In the world of Scottish Art Nouveau, we know the name of Rennie Mackintosh as a standard bearer for the Glasgow School of Arts. The Glasgow School look is internationally recognised as unique, almost leaning towards the later look of Art Deco. Sensuous flowers and curves are juxtaposed with straight Japanese-inspired lines and blocks. There were so many incredible artists and craftspeople who came out of the Glasgow School, and of these the most famous became the Glasgow Boys, which included Rennie Mackintosh. However, there were also women who graduated, and these two were the most incredibly talented painters and artisans and pioneers at this exciting time in art. And one of these was the lady we are going to be looking at today, Frances MacNair. She was born in Kidsgrove in England, her family including fellow artist Margaret MacDonald Mackintosh, and they moved to Glasgow in 1890. In 1891, the two sisters enrolled at the Glasgow School of Art to study painting, and it was here they met their future husbands, Charles Rennie Mackintosh and Herbert McNair. Frances married Herbert in 1899, and Margaret married Charles the year after. Frances and Herbert had a son in 1900, who they named Sylvan. They were a close-knit bunch, these two couples, and often worked and exhibited together, and their styles influenced each other and fluidly mixed over the years. So much so that their friends called them the Four. Leaving the Glasgow School in the mid-1890s, the sisters invested in setting up a studio together, working together on book illustrations, metalwork, textile art and graphic designs. Frances now also began to specialise in embroidery, watercolours and exploring more metalwork as panels. Liverpool at this time was one of the most important cities of the era. International trade, manufacturing and innovation brought this city some of the best and the worst of the Industrial Revolution. It was without doubt an exciting place to be. And after her marriage, Frances travelled here to Liverpool to be with her husband Herbert. He had been employed at the Liverpool School of Architecture and Applied Arts as a teacher. Later, Frances also began working as a teacher, and they designed the whole of the interiors of their home together. The wife and the husband couple worked as interior designers and watercolour artists professionally also. They created a facsimile of a writing room for exhibition at the International Exhibition of Modern Art in Turin in Italy. The turn of the century came, and in the early 1900s they collaborated in exhibitions in Liverpool, Paris, London, Vienna and Dresden. Sadly, in 1905 the Liverpool School closed. A business investment they had failed and their money was lost, and both husband and wife were now unemployed. Times were incredibly hard in 1909. They returned to Glasgow to be with friends and family where there was more support. After their return to Scotland, Frances's watercolour work became more symbolic, and her inspiration came now from the new way of looking at what was it really to be a woman at this time of change, a new way of women looking at marriage and being a mother. It is a real shame that Frances is not so well known as her sister Margaret as an artist, possibly because she left the group to follow her husband to Liverpool, probably because her husband destroyed much of her work after she passed away in 1921. Why, oh why, did Herbert do this? Why destroy his wife's legacy of art? Most of her work, that did remain though, can be seen at the beautiful Walker Art Gallery in Liverpool and also at the Hunterian Museum. I have visited the Walker many times, and it truly is a most stunning gallery, as precious of the work of Frances is now with its rarity. It is worth a visit any day to see her creations, wherever they may be, and wonder at what talent she truly was, and what a tragedy of what was lost.